Right. Right. Please say it 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Wish you all a very spiritual evening. So today is the 30th of September, and month of September is also gone. Especially for Vipassana meditators, they only have 1 month of practice. Because on the month of November, we will start practicing loving kindness meditation only. So we began the year with breathing meditation. So breathing meditation's intention was, so traditionally, to develop the concentration. So I always teach you. So it is just like, so there's a pond which has rotten leaves and other kinds of stuff on the surface. The person who wants to clear the pond, first of all, takes out all the trash on the top. Just like that, there are many negativities, so on the top of our mind. So since we run after all those things, what happens is the mind doesn't stay calm. So what we do is we take all the trash out, and that is just like concentration meditation, breathing meditation. Then after that, still, even though you take the surface trash on the surface level out, the pond is not usable, because inside there are so many so stinky things, just like dead animals, remains of dead animals, and rotten mud, various kinds of things. So you have to take all those things out too. So what you do, you take the water out, and then after that you clean the depth, and thus you now by that way what you do is you clean the pond. This is just like Vipassana. It is the hard time and the most difficult meditation technique that you practice among the 3. So in that practice of meditation, what we do is we try to understand the truths about ourselves. There are so many truths related to us. So one thing is impermanence. The other thing, the causes of suffering. And the other truth is soul lessons. And there are so many such kind of truths which is fed into this body that normal human beings don't understand at once. So we, even though someone knows those things theoretically, but still, until they see those things by themselves, they don't actually realize. For an example, people know things change, but they still think when they see things that they exist. But gradually, when you observe and realize, actually, the impermanence is not limited to a particular time. It is always there. So then you realize, oh, impermanence is always here. Then what happens? Your jealousy goes away, your anger goes away, and your ill will goes away, and comparisons go away, and you develop enormous compassion towards the other people. Oh, just like me are the other people. Other people are just like me. So then by that way, your negativities, they go away. Then we can't become enlightened within 6 months, but somehow we tried, and we try to come out of as much as negativities that we can. And during the last 2 months is the time to feel pure gold. What we do is, so now the pond is clear, depth is clear. Roads are, the water roads, they are clear too. So then what happens? The water is pure, nice, beautiful, blue water starts to flow to the surface and it fills the pond. Just like that, what we do is, so after coming out of as much as negativity that we can, we fill our inside with compassion and love. That's what we are doing. So first phase is done, and now second phase is going. And for the old students, they only have 1 month left. So new students, they are kindly requested to practice breathing meditation. That's fine, you came late. At least you came late. It is better than not coming anyhow. So at least during this time, please practice breathing meditation. So and somehow, so please practice breathing meditation. The newcomers, the others, they should practice. The old students, they are asked practice vipassana. So during this remaining month, please practice very diligently, because we say minutes, we say hours, we say days, but they are just constitutional things. Changing phenomenon is continuing. At the beginning of September, you thought, oh, we have a long month ahead, but it's gone. So at the beginning of the meditation program, on January, we thought we have a long time to go. But time passed and passed and passed. Now we are passing month of September too. This is how it is. So make sure, whatever the time that you have during this month, please practice vipassana meditation. The vipassana meditators and the new meditators, please practice breathing meditation. Take out time, 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening. Make sure you practice your meditation. Develop as much as peace within. Develop as much as spiritual happiness within. People always seek happiness from the outside without understanding that it is inside, something which is related to your inside. Now you have realized by practicing for a at least short period of time. So now, if you really understand, then dedicate. So wise people always, when they realize that something is actually good, they dedicate time. They allocate time, they dedicate time, they practice ardently. We need to understand that there are 4 kinds of people in this world. First kind of person is, so the people, the drinker so let's say there is a glass of poison which is not beautiful, which is stinky, which is not nice. So the look is not nice too. There is someone who goes and drinks it. There are certain people who go after negativities and do wrong things with not with happiness. They are just like that. The drinkers of unbeautiful poison glass. So they are the first. And then there is the second category. So there is another glass. It also has poison. When you look from far away, you see the beautiful glass, inside beautiful poison, and the look is pretty too. So someone goes and drinks it. What is the result? That person also dies, just like the first one. So there are such kind of people. So they happily do wrong actions. So for a short period of time, they feel pleasure but for a long period of time, they suffer. So we should avoid these two kinds of individuals. That means we should not be the first two kinds of individuals. Then there is another glass. In this glass, you have medication, which is good for your health, and which is not pretty, which is not so fragrant, which is not beautiful to look. The appearance is not beautiful. But someone who is sick goes and drinks this and becomes cured, becomes healthy. So there is this third category. So there are certain people who understand the positivities, and then understanding the positivity, what they do is they sometimes they have a lot of obstacles to stay along with the positivity. Sometimes friends are there. Sometimes the relatives are there. Sometimes the society is there towards those people. So, but even though how much difficult the situation is, they keep on clinging to the positivity and they keep on doing the right actions. They might suffer for a short period of time, but later on, because no one likes to drink bitter medications, but later on, what happens? That person becomes fully healthy. There is another person. There is another medication glass. In this, there is ghee. In this medication, there is honey, and there are so many other sweet stuff. And to look to this glass, this medicine glass is beautiful, and it's fragrant, and so it's sweet. Someone goes and drinks that medicine glass to a patient. Drinking that person also becomes fully recovered. So there are certain people who understand the value, as I explained, the value of positivity. Understanding that what they do, they avoid wrong. They go understanding that something is right when we understand that some practice is a good practice, which is not harmful for the other people, which is not harmful for yourself, which is good for you, which is good for the other. Then that person allocates time and practices. Happy. That person is just like the person who drinks the medication on the medication in a beautiful glass, which is fragrant. So become either the third individual or fourth individual, because somehow finally you will be happy for a long period of time, right? And you will be peaceful for a long period of time. And gradually practicing this, finally you will attain the eternal peace and eternal happiness. Keep these four individuals in mind. Don't follow the first two. Don't be the first two and be the last two. It is good if you can be the last one, right? So with that advice, let me start today's meditation. So as usual, the new meditators, they are kindly asked to practice breathing meditation as I explained. Please be aware about your own breath. When the breath is coming in, be fully aware. When it is going out, be fully aware. If it is long, if it is short, and if it is gross, if it is soft, let it be so. Don't try to change it. Keep on observing the breath as it is. The Vipassana meditator, I asked you to observe. So from bottom to top. Now you are scanning the body from bottom to top. So part by part, pitch by pitch, very patiently. Start with the tips of the toes of your left leg. very patiently, very patiently. Keep on observing the sensations part by part, pitch by pitch, from bottom to top. First, please scan the left leg, whole left leg. And then please scan the whole right leg. Then please scan the back area from buttock to the neck area. And then please observe the whole abdomen area, including the heart and those parts. So if you feel the sensations inside, so let's say you feel the sensations of the inner muscles inside your body, maybe kidneys or anywhere. So for now, please ignore. Please ignore. Just keep on observing the outside area, just outside area, not inside. So, and after that, please observe the left hand, tips of the fingers of. Start with the tips of the fingers of your left hand and keep on observing up to the left shoulder. And then part by part, please observe the sensations of your right hand up to the shoulder. And then the neck area, bottom to top. And then face area from chin to forehead. And then after that, observe the back part of your head, including both the ears and the top part of your head. And finally, top of the head. Part by part, pitch by pitch. With the complete understanding of impermanence. There is no sensation in this whole universe which won't stay forever. All the sensations, they rise to pass away, rise to pass away. Anicca, anicca. So keep on observing bottom to top, part by part, pitch by pitch, very patiently. Develop the understanding of impermanence. Develop the understanding of changing. So develop the understanding within and experience it all by yourself. So, and develop experiential wisdom. Now everyone, please sit nicely, comfortably. Keep your back straight. Please keep your neck straight and head straight. Please keep your right palm on your left palm. First of all, I will pay gratitude and respect to the Buddha in three short stanzas. And after that, we will start today's silent meditation. Calm down, relax. Let your whole body to relax. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Itimeso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho viññācarana sampanno sugato lokamido anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati satta deva manussanam buddho bhagavati Swakato bhagavata dhammo zanditiko akaliko ehi pasiko opanaiko pachatang veditammo piñño hiti supadipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujupati panno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyaya patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Sami patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadidam chattari purisa yugani Atte purisa pungalam Ese bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo dakineyo Anjali karaniyo Anuttarang punyakhitam lokasanti Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. With a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with a very alert, very attentive, patient mind. Everyone, please start the meditation. If you are practicing breathing meditation, please do so. If you are practicing vipassana meditation, please do so. Whatever the practice that you are doing right now during the silent meditation time, may your meditation practice be very successful. Very successful. Everyone, please start the meditation right now. Now, everyone, please stay eyes closed. But the new meditators, they can change their posture if they want. That means the legs very slowly is changed if they are hurting. The legs are hurting. Now we are going to practice loving kindness meditation in breath. Let's share our loving kindness with all the beings in the universe gradually. First of all, let's share our loving kindness with ourselves. In this whole universe, we love us more than everything else. Let's spread loving kindness towards yourself. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be very peaceful. Spread loving kindness towards yourself first. Now let's spread our loving kindness towards our dear parents, our teachers, our relatives, and friends. May my dear mom, may my dear dad, my teachers, my relatives and friends be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread loving kindness towards your parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. Now let's spread our loving kindness towards the neutral people. The people who are not our relatives or friends, the people who are not our enemies, the majority, vast majority. May all the people who are neutral, who are in the middle, may all those people be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Now let's spread our loving kindness towards our enemies. May our enemies, first of all, please forgive for their mistakes that they did to hurt you. And at the same time, please ask forgiveness for the mistakes that you did to hurt them. And now, please spread loving kindness towards them. May my enemies also be well. May my enemies also be happy. May my enemies also be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Now let's spread our loving kindness towards all the beings in the universe. Not only human beings, not only visible beings, invisible beings too. Animals, fish, and various kinds of beings who have different shapes, different capabilities, and by power, by beauty, who are different from each other. We share our loving kindness with all of them equally. Equally. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be very peaceful. Very peaceful. Please share your loving kindness with all the beings. All. Now everyone, very calmly and peacefully, please open your eyes. Let your whole body to relax. And now please join your palms together and please say 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear Dharma friends, hope your meditation went well. It's not easy. Sometimes it's hard, but as I mentioned, we have to be the last third individual or fourth individual. At the beginning, you have to be the third individual because you have to work hard. So you have to work along with your thoughts. Sometimes, so your thoughts runs towards your home. I didn't take my dinner. What should I take for my dinner? You think. If not, sometimes it runs towards your office. You remember something which happened with one of your staff mates or to the school, right? Somewhere it runs. So then what happens? The mind so gets distracted. At such times, whenever we understand that it's gone, bring it back. Start again and don't be remorseful. If you start being remorseful, you waste time. Even to be remorseful, you waste time. Invest that time to be mindful. So that's how you have to work. And at the same time, keep your back straight. And when you keep your back straight, just like with the breath, be aware about your back too. That's very important. So either you practice breathing meditation or vipassana meditation. So during the loving kindness meditation, you are free. So you are asked to. So if it is painful, if you can't bear, you can change. But for the vipassana meditators, now I have asked, not ordered, asked not to change the posture during the 30-minute silent meditation. But breathing meditators don't have that condition. So whenever you feel very uncomfortable, then you can change the posture, but really slowly. Okay, right? And be aware about the back. Because sometimes when the mind wanders, then you start feeling drowsy. Then when you start feeling drowsy, but when you keep on struggling with the practice, so the mind is getting calm down. It starts to get calm. But when it becomes calm, you are not there. Why you are not there? Sometimes you might have fallen asleep. First of all, you fall asleep and you start from breathing meditation or vipassana meditation, you start to practice sleeping meditation. Sleeping meditation gradually improves. You improve in that meditation too. You improve and improve and improve. And then you will start snoring meditation. So very important. Be aware about your back. Right? So keep the back straight and be aware about your back. So now gradually I'm glad that you are improving. I'm so grateful for all for everyone else that you are coming and participating and working hard. Because I know for sure. So when you become a positive person, when you develop these positivities within, you can't keep those things with you. Right? When you see the other people, you share a kind smile with loving kindness. And at the same time, you share your compassion. You share your kindness, right? And so many nice feelings, right? So that's good. So even though it's for some people, some of you, it's just maybe close to bedtime, but please come. And so work hard for you. So, and at the same time, please maintain the 15 minutes meditation, right? So every morning, whatever it happens, determine, I will sit for 15 minutes. This is an investment, as I always tell. This is an investment that you invest for yourself. Many people invest in the banks, but you invest in the time for your own benefit, right? Work hard. And during that time, don't think about anything else. Just focus and practice meditation. Whatever the matters comes to your mind to do during the day, say, let me know after 15 minutes. So during this time, I'll meditate, right? So practice like that, and I appreciate your progress. And it makes, so people can give many gifts to teachers. But meditation teachers always expect one gift. That is your practice and your improvement. It is the best. So it is the best gift that you can give. So please practice and try to improve more. So last week I told you that I am going to teach you about 10 perfections. So I'm teaching about various things that we need to develop within. And I told you about 3 characteristics of life. This is not the time to summarize. And then I told you about 4 noble truths. Then I told you about 8 noble paths. And now, during the remaining weeks, I'm going to teach you about another topic which is related to Vipassana. That is, 10 perfections. Last week, I told about generosity. And so all these lectures go little by little deeper, right? Generosity is understandable. Today's one may be easier too. It's about morality. Second perfection that we need to develop within is morality. So in day-to-day life, so whether you are Buddhist, Hindu, Christian, Muslim, atheist, agnostic, whatever, you have to interact with 6 senses. What are 6 senses? You have to interact whatever comes in front of your eyes, then the nose, ears, tongue, body, and mind. For them, various kinds of objectives come. So they don't have any pleasantness or unpleasantness according to the way that you interact and see them. So you interact in 2 various ways. 2 ways. First way is you attach. Or second way is you detach. These are the 2 ways. Why? Why this happens? Because deep inside there are 3 negativities. Big negativities. So in a tree, so in a poisonous tree, there are maybe many fruits, but the beginning started from the root. So these are just like so a tree which has 1 strong root and 2 branches, and in those branches there are many fruits, poisonous fruits. What is the big root? Ignorance. Ignorance about the reality, about yourself. Ignorance about the reality related to yourself. So, because of that ignorance, we develop 2 roots. One is craving, the other one is aversion. And fruits come various kinds of negativities, as I mentioned. So fear, anger, hatred, ill will, and discrimination, discriminatory thoughts, and animosity, and various kinds of negativities arise because of those 2. They are fruits. Until we cut down the branches and finally take the root out, problem is not solved. So at least, so until you don't realize that they are poisonous fruits, so you won't stop eating them. So within us, we have to develop this understanding about these 3 negativities by our own practice. So not because they are in the books or because the teacher says so. Not because you think that, by intellectual thinking, you think, they are nice things, sensible. No, not because of that. So because you experience and see them. Buddha always says all the time, Ehi passiko, come and not believe, come and see. Come and see. Buddha or the Buddha only could teach the path. He's the teacher. He and all the other enlightened Bhantes, they practiced and they became free from all the negativity, all by their efforts. No one can come to you and touch your head and say, you are out of all the negative. This is not a magic. You have to work hard for your own peace and for your own happiness. Path is here, it's a nice one. It's not wrong because for so many people, it has given a lot of good fruits, good results. So practice ardently, develop in the country, and be very patient. So don't, so sometimes you might hear, oh, practicing breathing. So on YouTube or somewhere you hear, right, practicing meditation, someone so and so, breathing meditation, so and so got uh, the ability to elevate. Then you come and ask, can I practice breathing meditation and elevate? So, so it takes time. So we have to be patient. And so we have to be patient and we have to work hard for your own peace and happiness. So this is not something just like quick noodles. So right now, I open the packet, take some hot water and put it, and noodles is there to eat. No, this is not something like that. We have to work hard. Right. So today I'm going to teach about the morality. Morality is important too in this practice. Very important. The mind is shaky. We have a lot of negativity, and there are so many objectives that can attract us to the bad side. Because bad things, so they are easily temptable, and so since we have practiced on those for a long period of time, not only this life, for many lives in the past, it's very easy to do bad things than good things. So, but if you have done any, don't be remorseful, it's gone. So understand that whenever you realize the fault, that is the time to change, right? So somehow, so to to maintain the concentration that we do, to stick with the understanding that we do, we need moral qualities with it. We need moral qualities with it. So therefore, the moral qualities should be practiced. So so gradually we have to develop that determination too. So at first, so even though outside things go, you should be able to stick with your moral qualities. Then, even though parts of your body go, you should be able to stick with your moral qualities. Finally, you should develop that determination to a level that even though your life goes, you won't you won't stick with you stick with the moral qualities and you don't let those things go. So determination should come to such kind of level. Then you becomes a person that cannot be shaken. Inside doesn't shake, outside doesn't shake, and now it is just like a fertile ground. Then inside that fertile ground, so when you have a fertile ground, you can grow various kinds of sweet, delicious vegetables and fruits and various kinds of. Just like that, when you have the moral qualities within, you are an unshaky person. On the top of that, you can grow a lot of positive. Loving kindness grows there, and compassion grows there. Sympathetic joy, whenever the other people become successful, instead of developing jealousy, you develop sympathetic joy. Oh, wonderful! See, that person tried hard and finally became successful. How wonderful! Sympathetic joy and equanimity. So whatever the other people do to you, you become equanimous. So you don't develop hatred. So it's a big level, but somehow you can develop the balance of mind. And there are so many such kind of qualities, including peace and happiness, that you can grow on the top of that fertile soil. Right? So that's why we need moral qualities within. So sometimes, so what are those moral qualities? As lay people, at least you should practice 5 moral qualities. Number 1, not killing. Right? Sometimes somebody can become very angry and harm the other people. You should try not to harm the other people. Harming means sometimes you catch the other person's collar and you shake, right? Like that. So sometimes you might become so furious and you hit with some. But those kind of things happen. You should determine not to do such kind of things too. At least you should determine, whatever it happens, I'm not going to kill anyone, anybody, whatever it happens. So then number 2, not stealing. There are things that you don't belong. So and so without the permission of the other person, so taking those things with the mindset of stealing is wrong. We have to respect everybody's right to keep things. So second moral quality, at least that we should practice, is not stealing. And then number 3, not not practicing adultery. That means so if there is a man or woman who is protected by mother, father, sister, brother, or or the relatives, or by a community, or by law, that person, with that person, willingly or unwillingly, we should not practice sexual misconduct. So that is the third one. Fourth one is not lying. So we should determine, whatever it happens. So I will check the 5 things. So I will check whether this is the right time or the wrong time. Is it 100% true or not 100% true? Beneficial or not beneficial? And should I say it with a soft tone or rough tone, or with compassion or with hatred? You have to check inside yourself these 5 things before you tell the truth. And at the same time, you have to determine, whatever it happens, I will stick with the truth. Even though thousands of things can be achieved by one lie, I am not going to tell. I am going to stick with the truth. Later on, you should be able to develop that quality, even though the life goes, I am not lying. Okay. And number 5, is it uncomfortable, Mason? Right. So then, so if you are uncomfortable, then you can direct your legs over there, if you like. Yeah. So right, yes, you can do that, but not towards the teacher, because in the tradition, it is considered not to direct legs towards the teacher. Right. So somehow, so even number 5, not taking intoxicants. So not taking legal or illegal drugs that can intoxicate you. Not medications. Medication is also a drug, but it is a medicine to cure you. Except that, so you should determine, I'm not taking intoxicants that can cause, that can lose my awareness, that can develop my unconsciousness, and that can mess up my peace. So we should stick to that too. This is the number fifth one. So even by practicing one quality, it can give enormous good results. Let me tell you a story, because today I couldn't tell a story. Right. So I can't avoid the addiction to tell stories. Long time ago, during the Buddhist time, there was a robber. This robber became friend with one Bhante. So Bhante knows that he is a robber, but the friendship went on. So so uh, so what happened? One day Bhante thought, oh, even though he is a robber, so as a friend he's nice. So I should teach him at least to practice some moral qualities. So he asked, but the Bhante asked, so can you at least can you stop not killing the other people? He said, no sir, don't tell me that. Why is that? If the royal guards catch me, then I have to fight, and sometimes people might die. So I can't promise that I will observe. Then how about stealing? No, don't touch there, then our friendship is good. Because that's my profession, I have to steal. Then Bhante said, okay. Then not practicing sexual misconduct. Okay, I can promise that. Then number 4, how about lying? No sir, I can't practice that. Why is that? When the other people catch me, I have to tell lies to save myself. So I can't. Then how about the 5th one? Then he said, no, because I have my own gang. So when I socialize, I bring, so I can. Then he had only one. Then Bhante at least practice the 3rd one. So he's young, he's smart, and he was handsome, but he's a robber. One day, this robber entered into a mansion, one millionaire's mansion. He was robbing, and he was caught by the lady of the house. He saw this robber, and she saw him, and she got so much attracted. She said, I'll give anything. So you have to be my lover, extra. Lover. Then at that time he said, no, I'm not going to do that. I will kill, I will steal, I will tell lies, I will take intoxication, but I'm not going to do that. Why is that? I promised one of my friend Bhantes that I will practice at least the 3rd one. So 3rd moral quality, basic moral. Then what happened? This conversation was heard by the millionaire. So he heard this and came to them, and right away he disowned his wife. Then he made this person one of his closest friends, and he gave half of his wealth for the quality of practicing one moral quality. So his determination practice at least one moral quality. Then that robber said, no. Then the millionaire said, I have millions of gold coins. You say no? Why are you stealing? My mind changed. He asked, why? I only practice one moral quality. I got $500 million gold coins. If I practice all the 5, how many benefits that I can get? Right away I'll go and I'll become a monk. So he went to his friend Bhante and asked him to make him a monk. Later on, he also practiced not only moral qualities, meditation practices, and later on he became an enlightened being and helped many people to come out of not only especially stealing, and so he helped all those people, many people, to practice many moral qualities. So good to practice this. And many things, when they get old, you throw. But this is something which becomes precious and which gives you a lot of solace. So the moral qualities, the more you practice, when they get older and older, it brings more and more solace. A lot of happiness. And you should practice moral qualities because of 4 kinds of fears. You have to keep these 4 fears in mind. Number 1, according to Buddha's way, Attanvada Bhaya. Attanvada Bhaya means, Sanjana, if you have to go, that's fine. Yeah. So, Attanvada Bhaya means the fear of accusing yourself to yourself. You accuse you did that. So maybe all the other people didn't see you doing that wrong thing, but there is someone that sees that. Your mind. When you did it, it accuses you. You may lie everybody, but I know what I did. I do this wrong thing. I killed, I harmed this particular person. I stole, I did sexual misconduct, I did I lied, I did I made separative, I practiced separative speech, I separated 2 people by speech, and I practiced vulgar speech, I practiced abusive speech, I was abusing like that. So those things are there. You are the first witness of your own wrong actions. No court, outside court needs to punish you. You punish yourself first. So being afraid, that punishment, the punishment that you give towards yourself, you should avoid practicing wrong actions. And you should determine, because of I myself, I will accuse myself, I won't do wrong actions. Number 2, when you did wrong actions, when the other people get to know, they will accuse you. Wrong person, immoral person, not nice person, so corrupted person, like that. So the other people say in different names, I'm a Bante and I can't use those words. So you have to apply, you have to take and apply those words yourself. That's right. So those people say various kinds of very narcissistic words towards yourself. So you have to be afraid of the other people, and you have to hold on to your moral qualities. Because I'm teaching this because you are the beginners to practice moral qualities too. Number 3, if it is a grave fault, then what will happen is you have to go to jail. And then you have to face the punishments of the government. That is called, in Buddhist teaching, that is called as Danda Bhaya, fear of the government punishment. So punishment by the court. So because of that, we should not do wrong actions. Number 4, Duggati Bhaya. That is the biggest one. And most people don't understand. When you do a wrong karma, so whatever the energy that so when you take a ball and hit on the ground, the ball goes up. Just like that, there is this karmic energy in the world. Whatever you do, you reap its fruits. Whatever the positive or negative energy that you release to the nature, you are attracted the very same thing later. So that is called as karma. So if you do wrong actions, those karmas will lead, not only karmas, the last thought, even at the last thought, that is a very important moment. At that time, you will remind, oh, I did this kind of wrong thing. And that energy too will lead us to wrong kinds of births. That means difficult realms. There are so many realms in the world. You will go and will be born in lower realms, uncomfortable realms. So fearing such kind of births, we have to avoid immoral actions and hold on to moral actions, right? So keep on practicing moral qualities. Maybe you won't be able to practice, so all the moral practices that Bante's practice. So we have 227 small ones, and there are so many other big. So there are 3 kinds of silas that Bantes have to practice. So lower moral qualities, medium moral qualities, and higher moral qualities. So those are for Bantes, and this is not the time to discuss them, and not important too for you. At least practice the basic 5 of a layperson. Not killing. Whatever it happens, I'm not going to kill. Whatever it happens, I'm not going to steal. What let my life go, I'm not going to do sexual misconduct. Whatever it happens, I'm not going to tell lies. Whatever it happens, I'm not going to take intoxicants. So when you stick onto these 5, in this life, you have a wonderful life. You will be happy for sure. And you will develop inner peace and solace. Thinking that you are a faultless person, since the time that you determine, since that time up to the moment that you remind about yourself, thinking that you are a faultless person, you will be happy. And developing these qualities, the moral qualities will help you to develop concentration. Concentration will help you to develop wisdom. Developing wisdom, you will be able to come out of all the negativities, and you will develop all the positivities within, and finally you will attain real peace, real happiness. So then please practice moral qualities. And now I am going to time to conclude. Now everyone, please think. Together, all of us gathered here and practice this non-sectarian, noble meditation technique of the Buddha. And we accumulated a lot of positive energy. We share all that positive energy with everyone of us. By the power of this positive energy, may all our troubles be avoided. May all the good things happen in our lives. Practicing the Dhamma path, may all of us attain real peace, real happiness, and Nibbana. With those thoughts, everyone, please concentrate. I'm going to bless. Abhimadana Senisse Nichang Vada Pachayam Chattaro Dhamma Vadanti Ayuvanno Sukham Balam Ayurarogya Sampatti Sagga Sampatti Me Vache Ato Nibbana Sampatti Iminati Samijjato. Sadhu,
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 sadhu.
sadhu.
May you all be well. May you all be happy. May you all be very peaceful. Keep on practicing. Good night, everyone. Good night. Right. Good night, Mrs. Diane. Good night, Mr. Howard.
Good night,
Night,
Bhante.
Bhante.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night, Mr. Howard. Good night, Mr. Diane. Good night, Jaime. Buenas noches.
Good night, Bhante. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches. Mi